Hello everyone, and welcome to Chasing Adventures. And today, I received this interesting dash cam from Akeeyo and wanted to share this with you guys. So Akeeyo contacted me and asked me to review their newer AKY NV-X dash cam. And at first, I already have a good dash cam on the car and didn't want to do another dash cam video. But when I looked into it, it was very different concept from all of the dash cams out there and has a super night vision camera to see in complete darkness. So I said yes, and I'm really excited to see for myself. But first, let's unbox it and see what's all included, and we'll talk about the specs and test the camera out, and I'll show you guys the actual footage of this dash cam later in this video, and we'll talk about the pros and cons, so do stay till the end. So in the box, we have the screen that can't be attached to the rear view mirror by using these hooks or onto the stand, and a front camera and the rear camera and a GPS antenna, a cigarette lighter power plug, optional hardwire power cable for parking monitoring, and a trim removal tool, instruction manual, and the cleaning cloth and camera mounting films. So what intrigued me about this dash cam and why I wanted to test it out was because of the screen and the camera. And from their website, this unit is capable of showing what's in front of you in complete darkness. Because the camera is equipped with Sony's Starvis 1x1.8-inch sensor, which is larger sensor compared to other sensors found in typical dash cams. And it has f1.0 aperture lens, which is crazy low. And I don't think I've seen any lenses that goes that low. And because of the larger sensor and the low aperture rating, it's able to capture an image in complete darkness. But it does have drawback, and that is to have the night vision capability and to show further down the road, it only has 67 degree of angle, which is lower than typical 150 degree or higher angle found in other dash cams. But you'll be able to see further down the road with the narrow angle. And we'll see how that looks like when we're actually driving with it and seeing the footage on this 11-inch screen. And the screen can be mounted on the rear view mirror by using these hooks, but I actually wanted to mount it on the dash using the mount so that it's easier to see without having to look up to the rear view mirror. And plus, I need to access the garage controller on the rear view mirror, so this works out for me. And the screen itself is touchscreen, and it also has HUD display on the screen. And I'll show you a demonstration later. And you can mount the rear camera in both inside and outside of the car, as it has waterproof rating of IP67, and it has 134 degree angle lens with the blind spot monitoring. And not only detects cars, but it also detects pedestrians as well with the warning beeping sound. So this is good for backing out, but it's only for the rear camera. And if you want, you could connect the GPS antenna and we'll track and record your driving position. And you could view your driving route on Google Maps, including speed and compass when using Windows or Mac compatible GPS viewer. And to power the dash cam, it'll come with the cigarette lighter plug, but this will only work when the ignition is on. But my sample did come with the hardwiring kit, which allows the dash cam to go into parking mode. And it will monitor the car even after the ignition is turned off, and will record 10 seconds before and after the incident. And like other dash cams out there, it has G-sensor, a built-in microphone, and loop and impact recording with still images. Also, my sample did come with 64 megabyte memory card, but it can't support up to 128. And since I'm going to simply test the dash cam out today, I'm going to use the cigarette lighter plug to power the unit. But to hardwire it, it's easily done by using their hardwiring kit and connecting it directly to the fuse box. And I would use any slot that has constant power, and after that, just ground the hardwiring kit. And if you want to see more detailed installation video of me running the wires, you could view my other dash cam installation video up here, or I'll leave the link in the video description so you could view it after this video. So, enough talking, and let's connect the dash cam to the car and test it out. And one more thing I wanted to mention before we install the dash cam into the car is that it has indications here for the front camera, rear camera, and the power cord. So this is a very nice touch of them. All right, so I have the dash cam installed onto the car, and I put the camera right up here so that it's centered, directly centered of the car. And as you can see, it's illuminating pretty well. And the cool thing about this screen is that it's touchscreen, like I mentioned earlier, but you could also adjust the level of the front camera like that. And to see the rear camera, you simply swipe and it'll take you to the rear view camera. And if you swipe once more, it'll show you both the front and the rear the cameras. And if you swipe once again, it'll switch sides. And if you swipe once again, it'll go back to the front. And it's asking me to format the SD card. So to go into the menu, you simply tap the screen and it'll show you, I think this is the setting symbol, and press that, and it'll have all the settings for your camera, screen brightness. So you want to put in low if you're driving at nighttime, or high during daytime. You could do that. Let's put it in the middle. G sensor is to the middle, that's fine. BSD is enabled always, or you could completely turn it off if that bothers you. All that is okay. Frequency, let's put it at 60 Hertz. And to go into the setting menu, this is the actual setting of the dash cam. And we have language setting, which is English, that's fine. HUD speed unit is kilometers. No, we want to put that into miles per hour. Sound setting, middle, that's fine. HUD mode, speed, direct, clock. Speed only, clock only, or off. So you have the option to turn that off. Rear mirror is off. Reverse assist is on. System reset, we need to format the SD card. So let's go ahead and hit that OK. Formatting SD card. All right, now let's hit back and see what happens. Okay, so no more please insert SD card or TF card, and it starts recording right away. And on the side, it has all the HUD display, which has the clock, the date. We need to change that in miles per hour. And I don't know if you can see this, but it has a compass. But one thing I did notice when I installed this and I turned the car on, the unit didn't turn on by itself. So I had to press the power button, which is right down here. So let me go ahead and try that one more time. So I'll turn it off. Start the car back on. Yeah, it's not turning on. So you would manually have to turn the power button, I guess, every time. And it starts. All right. So let's go for a quick drive and see how this looks. So I gotta say, my streets are pretty dim, and this is doing fantastic job of illuminating far distance. As you can see, I can't see anything above the tree line, but this is lighting up everything, all the way down to that, stoplight. And to compare, this is how my other dash cam looks like. Let me go into a little more darker area. So I just turned into a pretty dark street, and there's no street lamps or anything like that. And this is all I'm seeing with my naked eye. And it's actually a little bit less brighter than this, and my camera it's on auto right now, so it's trying to capture what it can. But if you look here, comparison, I mean, those houses are pretty dim. But with this Akeeyo dash cam, I mean, everything is lit up pretty well. And you can see all the signs as well. Look at that. Let me just pull over here and see how it's really dark up here. But here, look at that, even the sky is lit up. And this is actually doing pretty darn good job. And let's take a look at the rear camera. Yeah, rear, not so much. Go back to the front. But the front camera is, wow, pretty impressed. With the naked eye, the houses further back down there is it's noticeable, but it's not as bright as what Akeeyo is showing. And even the street sign is very noticeably lit up. And compared to my other dash cam, this is what my other dash cam sees. It's okay, you know, but it's not as bright as the Akeeyo. And plus, it's a smaller screen. This is only like 3-inch screen. So with that, I can't really rely on anything. But with the Akeeyo, this is pretty good. Let me try to go into an even darker street and see how that looks like. All right, so I just pulled into an even darker street. As you can see, you can't really see anything. And this Akeeyo, it's lighting up everything. Wow. Pass along the headlight line here, and even with the naked eye, it's very hard to see anything that's above this. Oh, and let me turn off the headlights and see what happens. So my headlights are off. I think it only has daytime running lights right now, but even with that, it's illuminating everything. So I could actually drive. I mean, I shouldn't, but I could actually drive with the headlights off and still kind of see what's in front of me. And if I show how it looks like without the headlights, that's completely pitch dark. And turn the headlights on. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I'm pretty impressed. And now I'll show you the actual footage of this dash cam. Oh, and let me turn off the headlights and see what happens. So my headlights are off. I think it only has daytime running lights right now. And the headlights off. Headlights on. Alright, so after testing the dash cam and seeing the nighttime footages, I could see how this dash cam could come in handy in some situations. And now let's talk about the pros and the cons. So first, the pros. The installation can be really simple using the cigarette jack, and it has this nice 11-inch touchscreen, and the menu functions are simple and easy to adjust. And it also got this unique way to switch from front camera to rear camera view. And the GPS antenna is great for additional information, although mine didn't show any speed and had incorrect compass position, so I had to look further into that. And best of all, the night vision function works pretty well and will illuminate the darkest parts of the road and let you see far down the road with the narrow angle lens. And with that said, the cons are, because of the narrow angle lens, it's not exactly wide enough footage compared to my other dash cams. And it only records in 1080p, so the footage is a bit grainy in the darker parts, although it's not too bad from a dash cam despite being only 1080p. And the rear camera is not a night vision like the front camera, so to mount the screen onto the rear view mirror and using it as a digital rear view mirror is slightly concerning. Although I had the camera mounted in the inside of the car and the window is tinted, so maybe if I put the camera on the outside, it would have been okay. But I don't know, I still wouldn't. And lastly, the cost is a bit high for a 1080p dash cam. But you know, I get it. It does come with a large screen and pretty awesome night vision footage. So those are some of the pros and cons that I noticed for this dash cam. But what do you guys think? And I think this will be very useful when exploring the wilderness in the dark, as you'll be able to see further down the road in complete darkness with just your headlights and know what's coming up ahead of you or see any animals that might be in front of the road. So this will be a great addition to my car. And I want to thank Akeeyo for sending this unit for me to test. And for those of you that are watching this but don't have a dash cam on your car yet, I can't stress enough how important having a dash cam is. So please do yourself a favor and get a dash cam on your car. It could save you from a major headache after an accident and prove your innocence. So thank you all for watching, and if this video was informative, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. And for my regular viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate every single one of you for your support and your love. And like always, until next time, keep chasing adventures, and bye for now.